Hello and welcome here back on my channel Aperture 1.4. This video is all about a zoom lens, a tele zoom lens. And for a long time I was looking for an affordable zoom lens in the focal range from 100 to 300 or perhaps 400 millimeter. And just as long as I forget about the lenses from the early days of EF lenses. At that time it was 1988, 1989. I was a young man, and I did my first training in the photo trade. And therefore I knew these lenses very well. I sold them, I showed them to customers. Here, look at these fantastic lenses for the EF mount. First autofocus lenses for the Canon EOS system, but I forgot about these lenses. For my last trip to Norway, it was last year with my two sons, I bought this lens here. It is a Minolta E-mount lens. It's the Apo Tele Zoom 4.5 to 5.6, I think. Yes, 100 to 300 millimeter. And I adapt this lens to my Sony camera via the Sony LAE4, I think. LAE4, yes. But this lens, I was not happy really with this lens about its modest imaging performance. It doesn't really performs very well, especially in the corners. I wasn't satisfied. So I think I need another lens in this focal range. But new lenses are very expensive. Think on the Sony GM 100 to 400 millimeter, or perhaps you can buy a Canon 100 to 400 L lens, the new one, and a Sigma adapter, for example, but they cost thousands of euros, and I'm not willing to spend so much money for such a kind of lens. Yes, what to do? Then I saw an L lens, a Canon L lens, at an auction, and I thought about it. This is an old Canon EF lens. You know this lens very well. You sold it not 100 of times. And this is the Canon lens you see here. Oh, yeah. So, oh, wait a minute. You see here. Ah, okay. The lens hood. This lens I will talk about is the Canon Zoom 5.6 100 to 300 millimeter L with the EF mount. And you already saw here the lens hood. It is the Canon ET62-2 for this lens. It's an L lens, and I will use this lens mostly for landscape photography. And it is a really cheap lens for an L lens. When the letter carrier handed me the good piece, I was happy like a child. But at the same time, will my Sigma MC11 accept the Canon L zoom friendly? Will the autofocus work? Does it really offer L performance? Are any expectation dreams? No, to say it first. The dream is reality. The Canon EF 5.6 100 to 300 millimeter L offers all this. This lens reached the market in June 1978 and cost about 93,000 yen at the time. This is the equivalent of about 720 euros today. The lens weighs about 695 grams, is 16.7 centimeter long, and extends to a proud of about 21.4 centimeter when zoomed to 300 millimeter. Its diameter is maximal 7.5 centimeter. It accepts screen filters of size 58 millimeter. The shortest focus distance is 2 meters. You can focus much closer if you move the focus limiter into the macro range. This macro range works with all focal length and you reach a maximum magnification of 1:4 at a setting of 300 mm. The subject is about 140 cm away from the film or sensor plane. The lens does not offer USM ultrasonic motor like ring USM, micro USM, nano USM. Automatic focusing is performed by Canon's first AFD-drive technology built into EF lenses. AFD drives are a bit raspy and buzzy, but also quite fast and very reliable. Focus hunting can also occur. They also do not offer the speed of modern high-performance drivers for focusing. But are there only sport photographers among you? I use the lens mainly for landscape photography and subjects that do not require extremely fast focusing. At the end of the video, you can see some sample images I took with this lens. In my opinion, it delivers very good image quality already at 5.6 in the center, which can be increased a bit more by stopping down to f8. This is especially true for the focal length from 200 mm upwards. The outer area also benefits from f8. If you want to use the lens in the distance range macro, I recommend f11 in the macro modus 1 to 4, the f-stop 11 to 16. For me, this lens, even it was introduced more than 30 years ago, still gets a recommendation and as a low-budget solution, a clear go. Go for this lens if you like the zoom range and don't want to spend thousands of euros or perhaps dollars. Thank you for watching my new video and we'll see us next time. Bye!